What's going on, guys? Lucas here from Sports Advantage, and today I want to talk about the kettlebell swing and how to properly do a kettlebell swing and the importance of being able to properly hip hinge before moving into a kettlebell swing. So the kettlebell swing is a dynamic movement. It is a hip hinge pattern. It is important that an athlete understands how to hip hinge before they move into a movement such as the kettlebell swing. For whatever reason, the kettlebell swing seems to be used as a beginner movement, and it is far from that. In my opinion, it's one of the most advanced movements that an athlete can do, and a hip hinge pattern is as well. I find that athletes and adults struggle with that hip hinge pattern more than any other movement in the weight room. So it is important that they understand how to hip hinge before you move them into an explosive movement such as the kettlebell swing. So today I'm going to show you the setup that I've had the most success with. There's a ton of different ways to do it, but in my opinion, this one has had the most success for me and has worked the best. So the kettlebell will start out on the ground. We'll get a good solid base, and then from here we will hinge down and grab the kettlebell. And then to begin the movement, we will hike the kettlebell back and then pop the hips through. A couple things to note is that as you're going through with it, to make sure that you're not squatting the movement here. So you're not squatting down and popping through. It's all through the hips. You want to keep nice soft knees as you're popping those hips through. And another thing is that we don't want to fight the kettlebell with our shoulders. Our shoulders are doing nothing more than controlling the path in which the kettlebell swings. Our shoulders aren't moving the kettlebell. You don't need to lift it any higher. It's for our posterior chain, it's for your glutes, it's for your hamstrings. It's an explosive movement of the posterior chain. It is a hip hinge pattern. Again, the shoulders aren't doing anything but controlling the path in which the kettlebell travels. So make sure that your athletes aren't trying to muscle up the kettlebell even higher. They're just controlling the weight. If you have any questions on how we use this exercise, typically we use it on our dynamic effort days, but it can be used in a multitude of ways. Please feel free to reach out to us. We'll be happy to help you out. But again, the hip hinge pattern always comes first. Make sure your athlete is competent in the hip hinge pattern before you move them into an advanced movement such as the kettlebell swing.